Let's talk about the NAR Clear Cooperation Policy. First, a history on why the National Association of Realtors adopted this policy. According to NAR, brokers and MLSs from across the country asked NAR to consider policy that would reinforce the consumer benefits of cooperation. They went through the MLS because it creates an efficient marketplace and reinforces the pro-competitive, pro-consumer benefits that agents have long sought to support. The NAR MLS Technology and Emerging Issues Advisory Board, made up of brokers and MLS executives from across the United States, brought forth a clear cooperation policy for the industry to discuss and consider, and was then approved by the NAR Board of Directors. The policy was passed in November of 2019, and MLSs were required to adopt it by May 1st, 2020. Upon adoption, the Clear Cooperation Policy applied to listings from May 1st, 2020 forward. So what is the Clear Cooperation Policy? The policy states within 1 business day of marketing a residential property to the public, the listing broker must submit the residential listing to the MLS for cooperation with other MLS participants. Public marketing includes, but is not limited to, flyers displayed in windows, yard signs, digital marketing on public-facing websites, brokerage website displays including IDX and VOW, digital communications marketing like email blasts, multi-brokerage listing sharing networks, and applications available to the general public. Note that this list is not all-inclusive and is just a handful of examples. PrimeMLS made a slight modification to the rule to clarify which property classes this rule applies to and which classes are excluded. The reference to residential property includes single families, multifamilies up to 4 units, condos, timeshares, and mobile homes. It excludes commercial properties, business opportunities, commercial multifamilies, which is 5 or more units, land, boat facilities, rentals, and new construction developments with multiple properties. Next, let's cover some frequently asked questions. PrimeMLS has a rule that says upon having a signed and dated listing agreement, the listing must be entered into the MLS within 2 business days, but the Clear Cooperation Policy requires listing entry in 1 business day once you begin public marketing the listing. How does that work? Treat these as separate clocks. Let's clarify with a scenario. You have a signed and dated listing agreement on Monday, July 1st. The listing has to go into the MLS by Wednesday, July 3rd. If you publicly market the listing on Monday, July 1st by perhaps putting a sign on the property or a flyer in the office window, you've triggered the Clear Cooperation Policy clock. Now you have 1 business day to enter the listing, and it therefore must be entered by Tuesday, July 2nd. In this case, the Clear Cooperation Policy is superior to the other rule. There's also a rule, Rule 1.3, regarding office-exclusive listings. In this example, the seller has provided written authority for you to take the listing but withhold it from the MLS. This is allowed under Rule 1.3. However, in addition to withholding it from the MLS, perhaps the seller says you may publicly market the listing by including it on third-party websites, posting through social media, and including it on your own website. Rule 1.3 allows this, but the Clear Cooperation Policy provides a wrinkle. NAR has addressed this by providing clarification to both rules. In the Clear Cooperation Policy, there's a note indicating that exclusive listing information for required property types must be filed and distributed to other MLS participants for cooperation under the Clear Cooperation Policy. This applies to listings under Section 1 and listings exempt from distribution under Section 1.3 of the NAR Model MLS rules, if it is being publicly marketed, and any other situation where the listing broker is publicly marketing an exclusive listing that is required to be filed with the service and is not currently available to other MLS participants. In short, this means that once again, the Clear Cooperation Policy is superior. Once you publicly market a listing, including an office-exclusive listing, you have 1 business day to enter it into the MLS. Here's another scenario regarding this rule. You have a listing agreement signed and dated on Monday, July 1st, and the seller has provided written authorization to withhold the listing from the MLS until Monday, July 15th. That means the listing would need to be entered on July 15th. However, if you begin publicly marketing the listing on Monday, July 8th, this has triggered the Clear Cooperation Policy, and the listing must now be entered into the MLS by Tuesday, July 9th. How about a quiz? Are these considered public marketing under the Clear Cooperation Policy? You have an office-exclusive listing and directly tell other agents in the firm or office about the listing. Is this considered public marketing and therefore must be entered into the MLS within 1 business day? No, NAR does not consider this to be public marketing. How about you have an office-exclusive listing and directly tell your clients? These would be people you have a legal relationship with, such as a buyer agency agreement. Is this considered public marketing? No, NAR does not consider this to be public marketing. What if you tell your non-client customers, folks you do not have an official buyer agency agreement with, about the office exclusive listing? NAR has not specifically answered this. However, PrimeMLS treats this scenario as not public marketing until NAR clarifies differently. Lastly, what if the seller talks about the office exclusive listing? Perhaps they tell friends and family or folks at the local coffee shop. Again, NAR has not specifically answered this. PrimeMLS considers this as probably not public marketing. However, if the seller makes it more prominent by sharing it on social media, for example, NAR may be asked to look into these specific scenarios. How is PrimeMLS handling the Clear Cooperation Policy? Initially, PrimeMLS took an educational approach to this policy by not applying any fines. At the May 2023 Board of Directors meeting, the board approved a rule modification for the Clear Cooperation Policy violations. Beginning July 1, 2023, the following fines will apply. First offense includes a $250 fine, the second offense includes a $750 fine, and third and subsequent offenses will include a $1,500 fine and a required hearing with the Complaints and Violations Committee. For more information on the Clear Cooperation Policy direct from the National Association of Realtors, you can visit their website. You can also visit the PrimeMLS Help Desk. Additionally, you can contact NAR at 800-874-6500 or the Contact Us page on the National Association of Realtors website. To contact PrimeMLS, you can reach out to rules@primemls.com.